One thing I never thought I would hear is anybody say, stop it with the orgasms. Yeah, here I am asking you, NARS, to stop it with the orgasms. For today's video, I have a brand new eyeshadow palette I want to share with you guys and use for the very first time. And it is one of the NARS Orgasm palettes. Now I know a lot of people are sick of NARS releasing all of these products and calling them orgasm this, orgasm that. I get it. I'm pretty much on that same boat as well. The only other orgasm product I have from NARS is their blush, which by the way I am wearing today. I know that this is all a marketing strategy for them, which I understand, but at the same time they should also understand that they are overdoing it with this whole orgasm collection releases, whatever. Like they need to stop. They can still release these products and whatever future products they have in mind, just don't call them orgasm. Just call them something else. Name them something different. You don't have to have the word orgasm associated with every product you're releasing. Like, enough is enough. Okay, NARS, it is enough. This palette though caught my eye, not so much because it looks like super special, but because to me this is a very simple palette where there's no fuss to it. It looks like I can just create a real quick, simple, yet, you know, nicer look with it without really trying too hard. So a palette I have is the Orgasm Quad Eyeshadow. Now I know they came out with two other palettes. There's another quad and then another mini 6-pan. I don't have those, so I can't really talk about those. And they also came out with other lip products as well as a face or a cheek palette. Didn't get any of that either. So today is strictly about this one palette. Now the packaging on this one is a little bit different than some of their other black packagings. Those other ones have like a rubbery feel to them, which I love, like the feel of those, but this one's a little bit different. It's flat, a little bit more squared off, and the packaging is that plastic, like hard plastic. So on the Sephora website, it says it is a limited edition quad eyeshadow that includes 2 new shades, Orgasm and Orgasm X. Intensify eyes with this quad eyeshadow palette inspired by the best-selling Orgasm and Orgasm X, because too much is never enough. Yeah, NARS, yes it is. This is too much. Get matte, shimmer, and shine anywhere, anytime. So, okay, so it's saying 2 new eyeshadow. I don't know, 2 new eyeshadows. I don't think I have these in any of my NARS palettes that I have. But again, I don't have anything else from like the NARS releases that they've done. But let me go ahead and do an insert of the swatches of this palette. Now I do want to say they are very light. The first shade we have is Orgasm in Golden Shimmer, Light Pink Champagne, Matte Coral, and a Shimmering Light Cocoa. So as you guys saw, 3 out of the 4 shades in this palette are shimmer shades, and the one matte shade is this one, which they refer to as coral. I feel like it's a little bit more muted. I haven't applied it onto my eyes. Sometimes some colors look a certain way on the pan, but they translate differently once applied. Now for the purpose of today's video and my curiosity, I am going to use all of the shades in here because I do wonder how these shimmers work together. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this matte shade. I love when the mirror opens all the way up. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this here into the crease and then blend up and out. Where are my clips? Okay, that applied fairly quickly and effortlessly. Alright, so that matte shade is really pretty. There's not much to say about it. It's a really nice color. So let's go ahead now and dip into these shimmery shades. So I think let's go into this pink shade first. And this is my Sonia Builder 2. I'm going to start packing this on the lid. So I think I'm just going to apply this on the first 2/3 of the lid here. That is a pretty shade. I mean, you can't deny it. It's pretty. It's like a very simple, kind of an elegant light pink shimmer. Packs on really nicely. I love that you can see the actual color, so it's not just shimmer. I was a little bit afraid of that. Now with the other side of the same brush, I'm going to pick up this light cocoa shade and apply this on the outer portion of the lid. Alright, so I can't see much of a difference with that one. I wonder, can we use these wet? I don't typically like to wet my eyeshadows, but maybe I'll have to try that. It looks like when I first start packing this on, I can see that it's a little bit darker than the pink shade, but it's so, okay, that looks better actually. Maybe I just didn't pack on as much on this side. So I guess you can build this up a little bit to be able to differentiate the colors on the lids. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure how well you guys can see it. I mean, it's subtle, but there is a difference. So like it added a little bit of like depthness on the outer portions of the lid. So okay, so that actually makes me happy. So I think for that light golden shade, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that on the inner corner and then on the brow bone as well. I actually really like that. It's so simple, but these shimmer shades are really pretty. So I'm going to see if this matte shade is deep enough for defining the bottom lash line. So I'm going to go back with this blending brush and picked up a little bit more of that matte shade to blend the crease here. And that's pretty much it. I'm all done with this little eye quad. This is the look. Very easy to create. And yeah, I mean, there was really no fuss to it. So let me go ahead and finish doing my eye makeup and I will be right back. Okay, eye look is done. I mean, how does it look? I think the eye look actually looks pretty nice. I'm actually very happy with it. I'm a little bit more impressed with the fact that I actually liked using the whole palette together. So using all of the eyeshadows in here, I honestly thought that I would just mostly pick one of the shimmer shades and use it with the matte shade and that would be it. But I'm actually pretty happy with how all of these colors ended up working together. I mean, you don't see a huge difference on my eyes. I obviously didn't do this elaborate look with this palette. I mean, there isn't that much to work with like to create an elaborate look. So I feel like this palette, it just has to be one of those that if it intrigues you, if these type of shades are right up your alley, if you like sophisticated shimmery shades that aren't glittery, because my eyelids do not look glittery at all. It's more of like a shimmer. I mean, that's really what it is. It's just a shimmer and it looks really pretty. I think you can get a real elegant look out of this. I mean, I really like this. I honestly love how my eye look looks. However, this is nothing revolutionary. I'm sure I could have put together other eyeshadows from other palettes that I have and created a very similar, if not an exact same look. But I'm also not the type to pull out multiple palettes to create one eye look. 2 is my max, and even that sometimes I don't even bother. Today I did pull out another palette just to create a little bit more depth on my bottom lash line because I wanted more definition there. For my top line, I just use a liquid eyeliner. So I guess that's something to consider as well. This palette may not be an all-in-one. You might have to pull out some other palettes to create that depth. I'm happy with it. I'm not head over heels for it. It's not something that I would tell anybody to go out, run and buy. Also, the shades in here, although they're nice, they are very light shades. So this is not gonna work for a lot of people. So that's unfortunate, but then at the same time, I'm happy that they did come out with other palettes. There's another quad that looks to be more rich in pigment. That one was not available at Sephora when I placed the order for this one because I would have bought that one too, honestly. I probably don't need it either, but it looks really pretty. The mini 6-pan palette has, I believe, the same shades in here plus 2 other shades. That's kind of what it looked like to me. So overall, I'm happy I have it in my collection. I was eyeing it the moment I started seeing pictures of it, and it performs really well. I'm happy with it, but it's just nothing special. I mean, it just isn't. Alright guys, let me know what you think about NARS and all of their orgasm releases in the comments down below. If you like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, and while you're there, if you haven't yet, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.